Hello from Topeka. I'm Marley Carpenter, your KSCPA lobbyist. The legislature adjourned sine die early Saturday morning and concluded the 2026 legislative session. Legislators worked through the 27 vetoed bills and 31 vetoed line items in the legislative passed budget, overriding many vetoes. Before I get to a review of the session, I wanted to let everyone know that House Bill 2573, the new CPA pathway bill, has been signed by the governor. The enactment date is upon publication in the Kansas Register. The Society and the Board of Accountancy will provide additional direction on this new pathway. Special thanks to KSCPA members that testified on behalf of the bill, as well as reached out to legislators supporting the measure. Legislators tried to advance property tax relief this session, agreeing in conference to both a constitutional amendment and a local government spending cap. The House considered SCR 1603, which would give legislators authority over property tax assessed values, property valuation increases, and property tax classifications. The amendment failed to reach the 2/3 majority needed in the House. A second motion was made very late in veto session to advance SCR 1616 to debate and final action. The resolution would cap property valuation increases at 3%. The motion to bring the measure up for debate and final action failed in the House. The Senate's final action of the 2026 session came when Senate President Ty Masterson attempted to give Kansans a vote on property tax relief by attaching a gut-and-go amendment to House Concurrent Resolution 5008. The proposal sought a constitutional amendment capping annual assessment increases at a 6-year rolling average. The Senate adopted the amendment. However, the House rejected the measure, ending any chance for the voters to weigh in directly on property tax reform. The local government spending cap bill that passed during regular session was vetoed by the governor. House Bill 2745 would require a protest petition process when local taxing entities exceed 3% annually. Instead of attempting a veto override, the Tax Conference Committee agreed to Conference Committee report on HB 2043, which would enact a similar 3% annual cap, but include exceptions for debt service, new construction, and incentives that have expired. The measure also contained a protest petition. The bill did pass, but if vetoed, the legislature cannot attempt an override because they did adjourn sine die. The legislature did override the veto on Senate Bill 30, the occupational licensing bill, which requires legislative approval for new occupational licensing requirements or significant changes adopted by state agencies. The legislature also overrode Senate Bill 361, which is a school choice tax credit bill. Several tax conference committee reports passed during veto session. One package, Senate Bill 82, includes tax credits for ethanol blends of fuel, lockable gun and ammunition storage, and removes several unused tax credits. The package also includes changes to the child care tax credit program to increase participation and utilize a 3-year carry forward. SB 300 allows in-state manufacturers for alcohol liquor to utilize a single-factor sale apportionment method to apportion business income to Kansas for corporate income tax purposes. HB 2044 enacts a subtraction modification for certain compensation received by active duty military of the armed forces. The bill also contains residential property tax relief programs due to their residential values increasing above the eligibility thresholds when they have previously received funds pursuant to the Safe Senior program. HB 2535 extends the local sales tax distribution formula freeze for 1 additional year for city-county revenue sharing and provides additional sales tax authority for Labette, Butler, and Sedgwick counties. The governor still has legislation from regular session awaiting consideration, but because the legislature adjourned sine die, it will not have the opportunity to attempt any veto overrides. Issues vetoed will need to be reintroduced during the 2027 legislative session, which is set to begin on January 11th, 2027. If you have any questions or need any additional information, please contact myself or Danielle at the KSCPA office. Thanks so much and have a great day.